Hey guys, can you believe it's Friday already? Some of you are probably happy because the weekend's coming. Most of you are probably happy because my devotions are over. Either way, it works because everybody's happy. Now tonight, I thought I'd tell you just a little bit of a story. Over the summer, we spent some time with our family. And one day, we decided to go hiking, spend some time in the woods. Now it took us about an hour and a half to drive to where we were going to go hiking. And so we had plenty of time to take in the scenery as we were driving. And the reason we had plenty of time to take in the scenery is because we were lost. I thought the G in GPS stood for global, but apparently that doesn't apply to the middle of the state of Ohio. Google can tell me everybody who was born in 1820 in less than a second, but somehow you can't find me on the flattest state in the Union? At one point, it said, take the next left. I looked at this road, it's like somebody's gravel driveway. We're on like Cooter's Farm Road here. I said, all right, I'll trust you. We took that left, and then GPS said, stay on this road until you hear the banjo music. And I said, no, I'm done. Let's go. Now, maybe this was God's way of calming me down, but once we got back on the track we were going, every 5 or 10 minutes, I was seeing these church buildings, because every time we would go over a hill, we'd come around a corner down into a little valley, there were different church buildings. Now, some were big, most were smaller. There were a few that were modern brick and glass buildings. Most were stone or wood kind of country churches. One had a bus in the parking lot. There were several that had vans with the church's name painted over the school district's name that used to own the vans. There was even one church that was surrounded by horse and buggies. Now, as I'm passing all these churches, I remember there was an article that I stumbled on a couple months ago in the Wall Street Journal. And the article was entitled, Thank God American Churches Are Dying. Now, before you go too crazy about the title, she made a good point in the end. What the author was talking about originally was mainline denominations in the United States seem to be less attended. Churches are kind of evolving into this new, I don't want to say modern, but churches that use more social media, churches that have home Bible studies. And I think she referenced also Francis Chan, who has, the home church. But that's what she was trying to say through all that. And as I was going through and I see all these churches, it kind of made me realize that as long as there's a Pine Run Church of God, a Three Crosses Fellowship, a North Bend Church of the Brethren, a Bible Deliverance Tabernacle, a Stone Coal United Methodist Church, or a Heritage Fellowship Church of God, as long as there is community, as long as we have you, dedicated, faithful believers who are not afraid to connect with each other in a personal way and who are completely unafraid to move beyond the walls of the church, the American church will never die. Coach Burleson, if you're out there, I love you, man. I couldn't catch Eric back then, and I definitely can't catch him now. Heritage Fellowship Church of God, finish strong.